Guys, welcome to this video. In this video, we're talking about what inheritance is when it comes to the concept of OOP. Like the name alone, inheritance. Inheritance should be more than enough to explain what it does. Just for a child class to inherit from that of a parent class. That's just basically what inheritance does. But before that, let me zoom my VS Code so we can see a little bit better. Okay, so how does inheritance work? We're going to create a parent class first of all. And when we're done creating that of a parent class, we're going to create a child class. And the child class is going to inherit the properties of that of a parent class. And after that, we can indirectly call a parent method or a parent functions from that of a child class. So what advantage does this have over function? When it comes to function, inheritance using function is not pretty straightforward when it comes to that of class. Class tend to have more advantage. So how do we know how? I've talked about how to create class already when it comes to Python programming. So let's create a parent class. Let me comment. Let me see parent class. Parent class. So beneath it, we are going to create a class. We know how to create a class. Let's say we want to create a class parent. Say parent, and then can say div underscore init. I talked about what all this is here. Let me give it a parent has each. Can say, okay, let me put name here. Name, age. I can say sex, for example. So I can come under here. Okay, what is the problem? Init. So I can come under here to declare this using this self. So I can say self dot name is equals to. Now I've talked about what all this is when I talked about classes. So I can say self dot age is equals to age. I can also say self dot, or the last one was self is equals to sex. In my previous video, when we talked about classes, I explained what this self does. So I think we have done with the parent class. So let's create a method that can display something. I can say def. I can say let me give it a name. Like I can say show. Let me say info. Remember, it's going to take the first argument is going to be self. So let me come. I can say let me print out something. Let me print it out. Let me make an S string and say my parent name is I'll come here and put and say self the name and say and this is getting, let me read this. Can say and age is, can say self the age. Okay, let me stop here as enough now. What we actually did here is to create this parent class. I will made a constructor here, giving it arguments here. Anytime we call this parent, we are going to provide all these values for all these arguments we did here. Here, where this place where we initialized it, and here we made a basic method, or a method, I can say a function that displays the output by making use of this. Just say making use of these variables right here. So let me create a variable that holds my parent. So when I call the parent, I must provide those values that I need. I can say name is equals to, you can say Peter, for example. I can say age is equals to, let's say 50 years, and let's say sex is equals to male. So anytime I call this my parent, I can say print my parent dot. Let me try calling this function, but before that, let me try calling one of these variables. As you can see, my parent dot age. So let's see what we get on our screen. You can see down here I got 50. If I do the same for the says I should have male, because the reason I got 50 because I specified each to be 50. If I say this says I should get male, you can see I got male. I can call this method here .info. Remember that is a function, so we need to close it with our open and close braces. You can see it's a method, so we need to end it with this open and close brace. You can see my parent name is Peter and age is 50 because specify the name to be Peter and age 50. So now we're done with the creation of the parent class. Let's go for that of child class. Let me comment all this out. I can say class child. Here I can see it is going to inherit from what? From that of parent, on the parent class. So what are we going to do? We are going to do similar thing to this. We are going to construct you can say an object, create an object for this of our child class. So it's basically going to be similar thing. So I'll just copy this, put it down here. And to inherit from a parent class, we need to use what is called, because this is basically what we are trying to inherit. We are going to make use of a keyword called super. When we say super, with your open and close braces and dot, and we're going to do init in underscore init. And when we do this, then what do we want to inherit? I want to inherit this name, age, and says that is there. So I'll just copy it here, put it here. This is just basically I've inherited from this of our parent classes. This child now holds some of the information of this parent class. So let me give you example how this works. Okay, let's say in a situation I want to say let's say my child, can say child. Remember, anytime we call the child, since we basically said it, we are going to provide you with the name, sex and age. So let's say if I come here, I copy this because it's going to be similar thing. Child, can say child. Remember, anytime we call the child, since we basically said it, we are going to provide you with the name, sex and age. So let's say if I come here, I copy this because it's going to be similar thing. So it's going to be similar. So I'll just paste it here. I can change here to, let's say, John. I can change here to maybe something like 70, and then let me leave it as a male. So when I print this, I say my child dot says, for example, let's see what we get. You can see we still get male because I set male. Okay, where is that? I set male here. If I say the age here, I'm going to get 70 right here. So the fun thing about this inheritance is that I can from this of our child class, this of our child class here, which is here, I can call this method that is being written on this parent class. Okay, let's do that. Remember that this, okay, let me close this. Remember that this method here, this function here is on this parent class, but I can call it from this child class because I rated from this parent class. So how can we do that? I can say my child, which is a variable that holds this class child. Since I've inherited from the parent class, I can directly call this function here. So how can we do that? I can say my child dot info. When I say dot info, remember this info is targeting this parent class info. So when I run this, let's see what we get. You can see I was able to get my parent name is John and the age is what? 70. You can see the fun thing about when it comes to that of inheritance. You can see I can call another method from another class. So this is just basically the easiest way to explain inheritance. There are still other ways that we can, when we start doing creating our own library, so I'm going to make use of these classes. I'm also going to make use of inheritance too. So I think we're going to keep it simple like this, so we'll not make things more and more complex. You can see right now, you can see the advantage of classes over function. I can definitely call many functions from different classes. There are still a whole lot of other advantages that classes tend to have over functions. So I think we will come to the end for this video. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I will be happy to see you in the next video. Thank you for watching.